don't question my choices. First things first, important. All right, now we can go. So, yay me. Hi there, welcome or welcome back. My name is Ashley, and reading is my escape, and it's also a problem of mine. So, we're going to do a little bit of a book haul. And by a little bit, I mean kind of like a lot of it for me. And I started off 2026 thinking that I'm going to try to read books that I already own, clear my bookshelves off, not buy any more books. Well, you know how that goes. Anybody that reads should know how that goes. And here we are. Let's start with the ones that are not open. Or back up. Let's start with the ones that are open and we'll go from there. The first book is the second book in the Heavenly Bodies series by Amani Iriu. I read the first book last April on my spring break trip with the family, and I kind of thought it would be fun to read the second book on the same trip this April. So it's kind of why I bought this already. I loved the first book. I still haven't really heard a whole lot of people talk about the second one. I feel like the first book was a hot topic for a minute on social media. That's why I picked it up. I really liked it. I believe I gave it 5 stars. I should probably look that up, but I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 stars. So I don't know. I haven't heard a whole lot of people talk about the second one. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but this will be on my TBR for this April. These next books are the ones that I got from Barnes and Nobles. The first one is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I have yet to read a book by V.E. Schwab. Obviously, currently her most known book is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I plan on reading that at some point, but I don't know. I'm never quite in the mood for it from what I've heard about it, like the story, the type of story it is. But I recently, a coworker of mine, we were talking, and she's read this one. This is a duology. The second book is Vengeful, and I also have seen a little talk online about this and heard that this is actually very good. I'm disappointed they didn't have the second book. I would have just bought two since it's a duology just to have them. So if I want to jump into the second one right away, I'll probably have to order it. But anyway, again, if you've read this, let me know if you've liked it or if you didn't. This next book, I really don't know why I bought it. Just for the Cameras by Megan Quinn, another author there's a lot of authors I haven't read. Actually, the next book too. New author, haven't read anything. I've seen this cover in a couple different sprayed edge options. The Flamingos was the only option my Barnes had. It's a bit chunky. I really know nothing about it. I have no clue if this is a new series, a standalone, if it's like second gen, if it's a spin-off of other characters from her other books. I have no idea. I just was like, wow, this is really pink and fun and flamingos, and I just want to read it. And I don't know, there's a football on it. Is it a sports romance? I don't really know if it has anything to do with, but again, I saw it. There it is. I'll read it sometime. So anyway, the last book that I got from my trip to Barnes is Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt. Again, like I said, the other two books, including this one, new authors. I have seen some people online talk about this, that this is just everything you want in a romance. It's, I don't know, emotion, tears. I don't know. I want to see what it's all about. Each month for this year, I'm setting kind of like a reading challenge goal for myself, going along with reading books that I currently own. So in the month of January, I just picked, I believe, 6 books. No, 4. 4 books that I did like a TBR jar, and I had to, whatever prompt I got, I had to pick a book that I physically already owned on my bookshelves. February, which we're still technically in, so I'm finishing up my last book for February. I am reading, or I'm doing where you read the colors of the rainbow. So I just did 6. I know you can argue that there's 7, but I just did red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. And I picked a book where the cover of the book was each color. So I am finishing the purple or violet book, and hopefully I'll make a little video going over the books that I read and what I rated them. For March, they're going to be completing or catching up on series that I've started. Moving forward, I'm trying to brainstorm each month a challenge. And for April, don't question my choices. Please don't judge me and don't question. But I was like, "Oh, let's read a genre for like a week." And I was like, "Oh, let's do thrillers." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't know. I kind of want to wait maybe till like the fall to do some thrillers or things like that." So I was like, "You know what? I haven't really since the beginning of this year read a book so far that has really truly like made me sob and cry." So I'm like, "Why not have a challenge where I read a book until I cry?" So that's where this book, and I don't know. I was thinking this because this is a romance, but I'm gonna have to look at this a little bit more and see if this is more of like a rom-com and just like a feel good, like whatever romance, or if this could possibly. But I honestly, there was one other book and I can't think of it right now. But anyway, that'll be for April. So that's kind of why I bought these. I did kind of have a purpose behind buying these books. Anyway, okay. Now on to the boxes. So let me think here. Let me think. Because I think all of these books. Okay. I want everybody to listen up and please be honest. Please raise your hand if you have either read the first book in a series and then purchased the whole series without reading the rest, or if you've purchased a book or the whole series before you even read it. Okay? Think about that for a second. And I want you to raise your hand. I'm going to raise both because I think the rest of these boxes, all but one book, they are either books that I have read the first book and literally bought the whole rest of the series, or there's actually for sure 2 books in here, 3 books in here where I haven't read any of the books out of the series, and I already like own most of the series or of the books and haven't read a single one yet. And that's a problem. I don't know if anybody knows of any support groups or if we're all just in this together. Yeah, my whole like, oh, I'm going to read all the books on my shelf in 2026. Well, I'm basically just multiplying the books on my shelf to read for 2026. So this first box is already open because I did make a funny little TikTok about it. Because as you will see when I open them, I read the first book in this series, and I don't know if I want to put these all in order because I really don't remember the order. I think I'm going to hold up the books, and you're either going to love me or the books or hate me in the books, and that's okay because everybody, you have your own opinions. I don't care. But anyway, again, I read the first book and I bought all the rest. That's right. The Legacy of God series by Rena Kent. I am new, and I've said this multiple times, I am new to Rena Kent. I have now only have read 3 of her books. I've read Beautiful Venom and Sweet Venom, and then I read God of Malice. And after I read God of Malice, I'm like, you know what? I will be completing this series. When, I don't know, but that's it. I just add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. Here they are. I now own them. I will be reading them. So again, either you love these or you hate these. I know dark romance is a touchy subject with some people, but it is what it is. And sometimes you're in the mood for green flags, and sometimes you're in the mood for red flags. And that's okay. Moving on. This box is actually already opened because it arrived damaged, which I absolutely despise when a package with a book in it arrives damaged. The box had a huge hole in the top of it. It was retaped and it was left outside on a day where it was like snowing. And I was like, oh no, there's a book in there and I'm going to be so mad if it's ruined. So I did open this already. I have not read the first book in this series, but I bought it already and now I had to have the second one. And that is The Night Prince. And the first book is The Wolf King. And I'm sorry, but I saw this, not this one. I saw the first one in the store in person. I was like, oh, I really like the cover. I like the sprayed edges. I like the size. It's smaller. It's like the size, it's a hardback, but it's the size of like your typical paperback. Sometimes, I don't know why hardcovers or hardback books are like enormous. I don't know. Anyway, but this I pre-ordered and purchased from this independent bookseller because it does come with a signed book plate and it did come with a overlay. I know this is a love triangle. I don't necessarily know if I have a lot of experience reading love triangles, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. I know some people, again, you either love it or you hate it. I think, don't quote me, I think this is a trilogy. I think the last book comes out the end of this year. So I might just kind of hold on to this and read these like late summer, early fall before the last book comes out. I'm not sure. We'll see. But again, yeah, I have a problem. All right, moving on to the last two packages. Again, this one just came today, and this is another book that I have not read any in the series. This series has been on my radar for a long time. And I think once you see it, you might understand why I held off buying them. This is the newly reprinted covers for Magnolia Parks and that whole series. And this is Daisy Hates. I, for some reason, have always, when I have seen like the UK covers, I was like, I gotta have those. I don't like the US covers. I don't, with like the women, the legs and the shoes. And I love these. Number one, again, because I love the artwork. I love this. But if, well, when you take the dust cover off to read it, they have the most beautiful, like you could just store them like this. I love when the actual hardback part is decorated. I don't know why. But yeah, there's some art on the inside, which I know nothing about. I don't know what any of this means. Again, I haven't read this one or the first one or anything. Again, people have their opinions on the books and possibly the author, and it is what it is. But there's even some more artwork in the middle. But yeah, so anyway, I'll get to it. I promise. I'm making a promise. Oh, and then the inside too. I should have grabbed the other, which I think I did a video a couple months ago. My first video, I did another unboxing, and it was with the Magnolia Parks one. Anyway, I make a promise, everybody write this date down. I will be reading these books. It's just, but I'm a sucker for like special editions and pretty covers. And regardless, if these were not, if these never came out in hardback, I would purchase the paperbacks with these illustrated covers on them either way. So it is what it is. Lastly, we all know what's going to happen. I have one more book that's part of a series that I haven't read. But I will get to it. Guys, I will get to it. Oh my god, it's embarrassing. I know. It's embarrassing, but again, you'll understand why in a minute and maybe you won't. But again, I'm a sucker for covers, and I have the second two books, and this is because this is another reprint. It's another series that has been out, and I believe it's completed actually, and I think it's being made into a show on Netflix. So there's that. If you're one of those people, which I will get to in a second. There's two books in this box. I will get to that book adaptation, book to show, book to movie adaptation in a minute. But I believe I saw when the first book of this series came out, published, I guess. I was like, I don't know, like months ago. Then the second and the third have come out, and I saw them in person, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get them. The series I'm talking about, the Off-Campus series. So this is The Deal, which is the first book. What did I just say about this? I love me a hardcover book with no jacket on it, no sleeve, that is like pretty to look at. I don't care. This could be like the dictionary. And if they ever reprint, hey, Webster, listen up. If you reprint, and maybe they have, and I have no idea, reprint the dictionary. Make like a nice pink and teal, silver, like pretty colored dictionary with like illustration on it. I'll buy it. I don't care. And maybe they already have, and I don't know, because who buys dictionaries anymore? But I just love this. I should have brought the other two books up because technically I guess that could be included in this haul. You know what? Hold that thought. I'm gonna go grab them. Okay, I'm back. So let me put these in order. So yes, so here we go. No, these are backwards. Hold that thought. So 1, 2, and 3. But I mean, come on. Who doesn't want these on their shelf? I don't care. I don't care that I've heard, this is college. This has like maybe some immature, like, I don't know if you don't like reading college age. I don't care. I really don't. I just, oh, they're so pretty. And I'm sorry, but like, give me character art all day, every day. But even like the end pages, like, come on, like, how pretty. I don't like, oh my goodness. I love it. Wait a second. Holy crap. I just, again, I don't think I've read, this is a new author as well, Elle Kennedy. I'm sorry, excuse me, what? It says right here in the back, she's an author of more than 50 titles. Like, holy crap. That's awesome. Also, she grew up in the suburbs of Toronto, Ontario, which is not far from here, from where I live. So, that's cool. So there's two more books. There's The Goal and The Legacy, but like I said, from what I've heard, The Legacy is not like about another couple. I think it's like all four books, kind of like all the characters from the first four books, kind of like, I don't know, like I said, is it an epilogue? I don't know. I mean, Will I maybe buy it just to complete the set? Probably. Shh, don't tell. But anyway, I believe the next one, it's like a couple months till the next one comes out. So maybe I'll have these read by then. And when the show comes out, I'll be able to kind of like watch along with it. So speaking of show, and like I said, book to show adaptations, the last, um, oh my God, the last challenge that I've come up with so far is book to movie adaptations. And what I mean by that is, well, clearly you know what I mean by that. But I'm choosing books that are going to be or have become movies that I have not read or watched. Because, like, let's face it, Hunger Games, I've read the books, I haven't seen all of the movies. I know, kill me. Uh, The Housemaid, I haven't seen the movie yet. I've read the books. The Summer I Turned Pretty, I watched the episodes. I never read the books. Like, there's a lot that I could pick and choose from that I know are good, but like I've already either watched or read one or the other. So I wanted to pick, I have three, I have three books that one of them is already a movie and the other two are coming out like next month. So this is kind of like my May or June challenge. The first one, again, I saw this edition of this book online when I was ordering the other one, and I'm like, that is so. Again, I'm a sucker. So anyway, that's People Meet on Vacation. Emily Henry. I have. Let's all cheer. I have read Emily Henry, but I've only read one. I've only read Funny Story, but I loved it. I really did, and I know Emily Henry is hit or miss with some people. Like, and it's not just like her in general. It's some of her books are great, some of her books are not. I don't know. I've only read one. I plan on reading more, but this one actually has been on my radar. And then when it became a movie, I'm like, all right, let's do it. But can we just, can we just, this is my first time seeing it in person. Like, oh, I don't even know what this means, but it says you're home to me. Oh, this one might make me cry, but I can't add this in my books to make me cry because this is my books to movie adaptation. But just look at the, I don't know why, like this edition, like look at the, oh my God, can I like dive in? You know, when you like watch people and they're like, they put the book down and they're like, I just want to dive into the book. I want to go into the fantasy world. I want to go, like, can I just dive into this, like, pool? I don't know. So this is one of the books I will be reading, and then shortly after, or like immediately after, I will watch the movie and just kind of compare. I think it'll be fun. So there's this and then two other books, and the other two have not come out yet, the movies. So that's why I'm kind of like pushing this little challenge to be a little bit further in summertime. Also, so it gives me time for when the movies are available to stream on TV because again, we don't go to the movie theater that often. Although one of the books, which I guess I could just say what the other two are. The other one is a romance, Reminders of Him. Again, haven't read. And then Project Hail Mary. That one I might be able to convince my husband to go to the movie, but those are kind of the three books and three movies that I want to do for this challenge. So anyway, that's what I have. I don't know. Can you hear my dog? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're being a nuisance. You want to jump down? You want to be on camera? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You want to say hi? You sit. This is Lager. Can you see him? Come here, Lager. This is Lager. he's going to be 13 in a couple of months. He's a Doberman. Yeah. He's a lumpy boy. Huh. Yep. He's a lover dog. If anybody's had a Doberman, they have to be touching you all the time. Buddy, you're not even in the camera anymore. You're too far. You're too far forward. Nobody can see you. Can you sit down? There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. He's a good boy. He's like, get me out of here. I hope you enjoyed this mess. And how many books did I just? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 books that I bought that I haven't read that I'm adding to my bookshelves to add to the books that I haven't read that are already on my bookshelf. So, yay me. I hope you stick with it and follow along. And if I make videos on my monthly challenges, like I'd mentioned, and see how it goes, and my ratings on those books, and my dog again in the way. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Oh dear. This should be the cover.